I am pleased to welcome you to another virtual UCS Wellness event. This presentation is the third in a series of social, emotional health, and wellness sessions designed to know the why. Knowing why you are feeling the way you are, or why someone is behaving a certain way, empowers you to make a change or to be more understanding. This session's discussion, We Matter, focuses on the importance of students taking care of themselves. Good mental health allows students to think more clearly, improve their relationships, and cope with adversity. Thank you to the UCS professionals and students who work together to create this informative presentation. Utica truly cares and supports the wellness of our students, families, and community. I'm glad you are here, and I thank you for watching.
Welcome, UCS family and friends. On behalf of the UCS Wellness Committee, I would like to welcome you to our We All Matter wellness presentation. I'm Kelly Bronsky, a counselor and teacher at Utica High School. In this presentation, you will be hearing from members of our Utica High Student Mental Health Committee. This committee was established at the onset of the school year to address the increasing need for purposeful dialogue and meaningful strategies to address the social, emotional well-being of our entire school community. The committee is comprised of administrators, counselors, and students who are passionate about helping students and staff navigate the mental and emotional challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic and beyond. Our students have been working very hard throughout the year, and I'm excited for them to share some of that work with you today. Natalie Stogren, Mary Boris, and Allison Smith will be providing a student perspective on wellness and discussing how students can help each other as they navigate the ups and downs of their teen years. They will be presenting strategies and resources available to you and ways we can utilize them to improve our collective well-being. Thank you for spending your time with us. Natalie, please get us started.
Everyone may occasionally experience some symptoms like listed: withdrawal from family or friends, preoccupation with death, obvious personality changes, and serious mood changes, difficulties concentrating, difficulties in school, and change in eating habits or sleeping patterns. However, if these symptoms become more and more frequent, it should be a concern and start paying closer attention to your body's cry for help and also your friend's cry for help. It should also be a concern when and if any of the things listed keep someone or yourself from achieving daily activities or tasks. Loss of interest in fun activities, frequent complaints about physical symptoms such as stomach aches, fatigue, or headaches, persistent boredom, loss of interest in things one cares about, or frequent crying or irritability. Mary, to you.
Thank you, Natalie. Friends can be great to talk to when you're having a hard time, whether it be asking for help or providing help. It's important to notice signs of possible changes in your friend's actions, but finding ways to address them can be challenging. Some ways to go about doing so include being non-judgmental, compassionate, and understanding with your words and using I comments instead of you comments to start the conversation. Additionally, helping build a positive social support network is a great way to help out a friend. Some ways to go about this include checking in with them regularly, being inclusive with plans or activities and inviting them, learning more about mental health conditions, and avoiding the use of judgmental or dismissive language, such as "you'll get over it" or "suck it up." Utilizing these can help your friend feel included and cared for. Another way to help out includes offering your support to your friend. You can't force someone to get help, so being there for your friend is best help you can give until they decide to reach out. Some ways to help include asking about ways to support them, asking if they would like help making an appointment or attending appointments for mental health services, or simply asking about helping them with things they need done to lighten their workload. It's very important to reach out to an adult to help your friend, since they would provide additional support. Before asking for help from others, make sure to tell your friend about it so they don't feel concerned or bombarded. When finding help, try to find someone who would be understanding of your friend's situation and knows who your friend is, so your friend is not being helped by people they don't know. If you feel it's necessary, call 911 and get an authority figure. Now I will be passing the mic to Ms. Bronsky to continue to our next slide.
Helping a struggling friend without compromising your own well-being can be a difficult task. It's important that you set some boundaries to protect your own mental health. Of course, you want to support your friend in their time of need. You can listen and validate their pain, but you want to make sure you are not simply dwelling on the negative feelings over and over again. Setting a limit on the amount of time you will focus on the distressing emotions can help prevent you from the downward spiral of complaining. Suggest to your friends that you only want to discuss problems for 10 minutes, a half hour, or an hour, and then you want to change the subject to something more positive or solution focused. Don't be afraid to be direct. Ask your friend what you can do to help and tell them what you are willing and able to do to support them. Don't feel guilty about setting these boundaries. You also want to make sure that the friendship is one where there is mutual support. Has your friend been there for you during difficult times in the past? Well, you are the one supporting them right now. Are you confident knowing they'll be there for you in the future? If not, you might be entering the toxic friendship zone. Avoid the therapist-client relationship. You can be a supportive friend, but you are not a trained professional. If your friend is waking you up in the middle of the night discussing suicide, or if they've been struggling for an extended amount of time, it is very important to encourage them to reach out to a trusted adult to get professional help. Let them know you will go with them if they want the support. Allison is up next with some additional ways to support your friend.
Thanks, Ms. Fransky. Some self-care things that you could try for yourself and with your friends includes maintaining some sort of daily routine, more specifically in the morning and evening, by possibly including some sort of breakfast or some reasonable bedtime. Try staying connected to people, whether it is through some sort of socially distanced face-to-face activity or virtual activity through FaceTime or Zoom to help maintain those healthy relationships that you already have. And you should try practicing gratitude through writing down 3 to 5 things you are grateful for every day, and be as specific as you can, whether it's being grateful that you had mac and cheese for dinner or grateful that you were able to dye your hair. You should also try to engage in some sort of physical activity, like going for a walk or like around your neighborhood, jamming out to your favorite playlist on Spotify, and even practicing some sort of yoga. Absolutely try to take a technology or several technology breaks throughout the day. Just make sure that you can step away from your phone and or computer at one point. Make sure that you are kind to yourself, and just remember that nobody is perfect and you don't have to be happy all the time. And of course, it's okay to not be okay. And lastly, obviously, make sure to spread kindness to others, whether it's through sending a kind email or some sort of text, or just helping your neighbor bring in the groceries. And 6 easy ways that you can start some self-care today is by, number 1, making a no list. So this list would contain things that you absolutely do not want in your life, or things that you know you should say no to, just to eliminate that stress and anxiety from everyday life. Number 2 is to get outdoors. If you're outside for just 5 to 10 minutes, that sunlight can help improve your mood and self-esteem greatly. Number 3 is taking a phone detox. So you should take away some time away from your phone and social media, just to escape all of the negative things that come out of it, and just to take that much needed technology break. Number 4 is take some time to meditate. So you can practice for just a few minutes per day, and it'll help you manage your stress and anxiety levels, and it'll even help boost your mood in a positive way. And there's actually some apps out there that you can use, such as My Strength. So number 5 is you should start a compliment journal. Just take time to write down all the nice things you've heard people say about you, or that you think of yourself, just to get that positivity flowing. And number 6 is to block off time for yourself, whether that's through scheduling a few minutes just for you, like in a closet by yourself, or taking a bath, doing some sort of yoga. Just enjoy time by yourself. You really deserve it. What can you do to help a friend? You should create a safety plan or some sort of mental health toolkit together so that way you're prepared and ready for anything to happen. Some things that are suggested, especially through No Resolve, is the mental health circle. So just remember that mental health is a practice. This circle includes the 4 parts of physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health. So for physical, you could try doing different sports, yoga, walking, running, riding a bike, or joining a gym. For the emotional part, you could try journaling, listening to music, talking to someone, or just even playing music or writing your own music. For mental, you can try different types of brain games, puzzles, crosswords, word searches, Sudoku, reading, really anything that helps get that brain stimulation going. And for spiritual, you could try prayer, meditation, just taking time in nature, volunteering in your community, and practicing gratitude. Just remember that one good choice leads to another, and you should try to do at least one thing in the circle in each segment every day. And now I will pass it off to Natalie.
Thank you, Allie. As we know, mental health is a very serious situation, but through these serious times, it is very important to find times for the things that make you and your friends laugh. This can greatly impact their mood and yours as well. Making time for laughter each day will hopefully lessen the times you feel sad, relieving stress, and helping your body to relax, ultimately altering your mental health to a better state. Mindfulness will help you to better live in the present. Of course, you're living life going through day by day, but is your mind really focused? It allows you to focus on the things that are happening at the moment and not things that happened in the past causing you stress or things that are going to happen in the future, possibly also causing you this stress. This helps you to relax and focus on living the life in front of you. Mindfulness is allowing your headspace to open and recognize thoughts, but also not criticizing yourself for having these thoughts. Ways you can practice mindfulness is stopping what you're doing, taking a second to notice 5 things you can see, hear, smell, or taste. And then finally, say each of these things out loud. Focusing and working on mental health together, we can lower stress levels, improve our physical health, improve your sleep habits, have more positive outlooks, and lastly, have the energy to understand and help others. When we take care of our emotional health, there are such positive impacts, especially working on your mental or emotional health while someone else you know works on theirs. This can allow you to be aware of your mental health and theirs and bounce coping ideas and tips off one another. Overall, you will find taking care of our emotional health will allow us to think clear, improve relationships, boost creativity, and cope with adversity. Now, finally, mental health has become such a big issue after people were cut off from lots of socialization due to COVID-19. Even though we have the media during this trying time, I think I can speak for everyone when I say it's just not the same. Missing activities with your friends, not being able to socialize at school, and in the beginning, not even being able to see anyone besides the people who lived in your household. It was very difficult at times, even for me. I couldn't start my basketball season for 3 months, and in the end, I'm grateful I got the chance to play, but it doesn't mean I didn't miss the cheers and loud crowds. But it is also important through everything going on, even if it's not the same, that you make sure that you're staying connected, whether it's through your text messages, video chats, social media, or cell phone calls. Also, to keep an eye out for changes in friends' attitudes or activities. And make sure that as the friend, you're also reaching out to people to check in to see how they're doing. Lastly, make sure you're reaching out to crisis text line if your friend is having thoughts of harming themselves or others. All right, now I'm going to hand it over to Mary with some informal resources that you can use.
Thank you, Natalie. One very informative page worth checking out is the UCS Wellness page, which has numerous resources to help others and even yourself. A few things on the page include the calming room and the past Monday moments. Here's what the website looks like. As you can see, there are resources such as numbers you can call for support and informational flyers. Monday moments are a great way to start your school week since it gives you an inspirational quote, a question to think about, and a fun challenge to pursue throughout the week. Here is Utica Community Schools Wellness Guide, which includes loads of information on mental health and how to take care of yourself, such as self-care tips and advice and some great ways to maintain good mental health. Some great mental health mobile apps include MyStrength, Headspace, Sanvelo, and even an app for the UCS Calming Room. There are great resources to practice mental health with, since they provide ways to unwind and de-stress after a long day of school. Now, Allison is going to continue with more great resources to benefit yours and others' mental health.
Some local resources that you could try is Macomb County Community Mental Health Center. This focuses more around mental health services and resources. The Macomb County Crisis Line, which is a 24/7 line. This is for crisis counseling and different resources that you may need. The Macomb County Health Department for health services and resources. You could also try different COVID-19 support services. There's also the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services for different assistance programs throughout Michigan. And Trinity Community Care for free medical and dental care. Some national resources that you could also try are the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, which is also a 24/7 line that you can talk and or chat. And the National Alliance on Mental Health, also known as NAMI. And there's also the Trevor Project, which is for LGBTQIA plus support. You can call or text START to 678-678. Thanks everyone for joining us. We hope these resources will be helpful as we all work together to get stronger through these ongoing difficult times.